All right, look, it's Corey Overtime Anderson. It's always going to be Beastin 25-8 to me, but it's Corey Anderson right now. He's got a big fight coming up, Corey. World Grand Prix final coming up. Talk to me, man. Is this the biggest fight of your career?
Oh, 100%. I mean, for title accolades, yes. To me, I still think the biggest fight of my career was the Glover Teixeira fight, at the moment, because who he was, who he fought, what he's done, where he's been the whole time he's been in the UFC. But right now, as of the momentum and the title fight and everything, yes, this is the biggest thing in my career, the biggest fight so far.
I dig it, man. Talk to me what this Grand Prix experience has been like for you, man. I wonder just from the inside, because we as fans and media, we like it. It's cool. We got a tournament. We got a bracket. It's something different. Has it been cool for you, unique for you, or is it more just it's just fights and we're going to do what we got to do?
I mean, from the moment they announced the Grand Prix, I was kind of excited because coming from a wrestling background, you're used to every Saturday, Friday, whatever it is, you wrestle the tournament, you get there, and you see the brackets. You know exactly who you have first round, and then you know who you'll feed into the next round. So if I win this one and he wins, I'll fight this guy. And, that was always fun. And also another great thing was coming from the Ultimate Fighter, where it was the same thing. It was like a tournament bracket style, so the champion all the way down to the last two, and only one can beat the Ultimate Fighter. So both of those things got me excited, and it was just fun to be back in a tournament style. The only thing that was a little frustrating for me was with the pandemic and the tournament, it made it to where the events didn't go the way they're supposed to. We're supposed to go April, then it was going to be August or something like that, and then October was the finals. Well, so just so happened we did the semifinals in October, and now the finals is a year later. Granted, it's okay because it's going to be over with now. But other than that, everything was great. I enjoyed it. The tournament format, finish my fight and go out and watch the next guy because I knew whoever won the fight after me was who I was fighting in both rounds. So it was cool.
I was going to say, I know that as fighters, you always say, well, I can't look past what's happening with me right now. I got to focus on the task at hand, which is true. But when there's a tournament field like that, did you catch yourself, in the quarterfinals, in the semifinals, like you said, kind of playing it out? Okay, hold on. I think this guy might win. And, I bet I might have to fight that. I mean, were you doing any of that?
No, I mean, in the beginning, I predicted kind of like this tournament the way it is. I figured once Rumble was out, I knew. Like, Rumble's out, I'm pretty sure there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Nemkov is going to be who I'm facing in the finals. But when Rumble was in it, that's where it was like that was the only, I didn't know who would win in that. Rumble had been out for so long, we didn't know what to expect. And we all see what Nemkov can do, but we all know Rumble has that punching power. And, now we see the Julius and Galekis fight versus Nemkov, where he got hit with the right hand and got put down. If that was Rumble, I don't think he would have got up. You know what I mean? That's just the difference. So once Rumble was out, it was kind of like I already knew how this tournament was going to play out. I knew I was going to end up in the finals. That's just my mindset. I wasn't going to accept anything less than that. So it was just pretty much preparing for who I had to have in the fight, who I was going to face in the finals.
Yeah, I think we were all bummed to see Rumble out, but I think you picked up where Rumble left off, man. I mean, 51 seconds last time out. By the way, 3-0 in Bellator, 3 stoppages, getting it done. I mean, is this a new phase in your career? Is everything coming together? Is this about you sending a message to all the critics who said you fight to a decision? I mean, what's going on with this run right now?
I'm happy again, man. That's all it is. You hear it all the time. A happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And I said at the end of my career in the UFC, I wasn't fighting. I mean, you hear it in the media when I did my interviews. It's like a lot of trying to prove something. They always saying this and saying that. You can hear it in my voice. I was always angry. I was always pent up. I remember Ali called me once, like, brother, I don't want you doing media. I don't want you doing anything because you like talking. Like, I was talking the way I don't talk. Like, I was talking angry, evil. I was trying to hurt people. That was never my goal when I got in the fight. I always said, I told my mother, she was like, I don't like you doing that. Like, Mom, I'm not doing it to hurt anybody. I'm doing it to be better than him and get paid more than he does. That's all. I don't want to hurt anybody. Well, towards the end of their road in the UFC, it got to the point where I was literally trying to hurt people to send a message to Dana and Mick Maynard and them. It was like, I deserve this. Quit dogging me out. I've done everything I deserve. Like, what do I do? Kill somebody in here? I started saying stuff like that in the media, like, I'm going to kill somebody, blah, blah, blah. And, that wasn't me. And I was fighting for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't going out there to compete to be the best anymore. I was really going out there trying to prove something to somebody else. I wasn't worried about fighting to be the best and do what Corey Anderson does. I was fighting to prove a point. I started talking trash. I started showing up at John Jones came here, did a meet and greet next door to my gym. I walked up and crashed. Like, that's not me. I would never do something like that. But I was doing all these different things because I was just so angry with the organization I was in. It was just like I was doing everything I was supposed to do. And at the end of the day, it was like I wasn't fighting because I was happy anymore. I was fighting kind of like it was a job. I wake up in the morning and it was like, I really don't feel like going to the gym today. But if I want to kill this dude I'm fighting, I got to do it. As for now, I'm back happy, having fun. The organization is great. I have no stress factors, no nothing. I wake up every morning. I'm excited to go to the gym. I can't wait to learn something new I can put in the fight into fight night. I can't wait to go out there and show this new move I learned on fight night instead of I gotta go out here and kill this dude. Oh, I can't let him hit me. Oh, I gotta go do this. And then that's what happened with the Yan fight. It was like there's no reason I should have been sitting there trying to strike with Yan Blockwood. He's knocked everybody out. The first time I fought him, I killed him in wrestling. Well, I went in the second time, like I gotta go out here and knock this dude out like I did Johnny Walker. Pretty much, can't let him get away from me. And I just stayed in his face and threw a kick like a dummy. I don't even kick, you know. I threw a kick from 1 feet away and get my block knocked off. And when I came to, I just remember I never cried after any of my losses, but that one I cried in the back. And my wife, my dad was there. My dad grabbed like, son, it's okay to cry. It wasn't the fact I cried because I lost. It was the fact because I lost my way. You know, my way has always been to go out there, have fun. At the end, sportsman help my opponent up. I hug, dap, whatever it is. We can go hang out. When I went into that fight, I had no intentions on even being cool. I just wanted to go out there, kill him. I was going to probably turn around and flick the UFC off again, like I did in the Johnny Walker fight, just because there was so much pent-up energy in me. But then I signed with Bellator, and when I left, I didn't have to worry about it. I was a new beginning. There was no more stress. I had nobody else to prove anything to. I met with Scott Coker. He told me, Mr. Anderson, I can tell you this. You go out there and you do your job. This before the Grand Prix was even thought of. I'm going to make sure you move forward because that's how it's supposed to be. I grew up in the martial arts business. My father had a martial arts dojo, and he always said, the athlete is the show. The athletes are always going to be the show. We always going to respect the athletes. You treat the athletes because without them, we have nothing as an organization or a gym. And when I sat there and had breakfast with him and we talked about that, it put me at ease thinking I was coming to a new beginning. Like, and I said it to my mom, my wife, everybody. We're going to do a new beginning, new slate, new faces. We're going to do everything over. And we're just going to go back to having fun. And from day one, it's been nothing but fun. And I'm just glad to be here.
That's awesome, man. It's been getting the results. Let's say we'll talk about Vadim Nemkov in just a second, but I did want to ask you a question. I don't normally ask people about T-shirts, but yours always have a little message. And by the way, your latest T-shirt, if anybody hasn't seen it, it definitely could be your album cover whenever the album comes out. It looks sharp, but I love it. I love the message. It's been a long time coming, man. And I know that your messages always had meaning. So talk to me about that. Been a long time coming. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it was like it literally. I didn't even have to think about it. Me and my wife was thinking we should do a shirt this time. And I was had the idea like, yeah, we should, and like I think we should do like a world tour type thing. Like we done been around the world. This is like the biggest fight. You know, everybody you start off in the music business, you start at the little clubs, the comedy club shows, whatever, to get going. You're trying to sell albums, you're trying to get noticed, and then when you blow up, also you get that world tour. It's like, all right, now you made it. You got a world tour. Everybody's behind you. And I remember she texted me. She was in bed. She woke up like, we should have something like a caption on the front. And I was just sitting there thinking, watching TV. And I was literally thinking about the fight in my career as she texted me. I was like, man, this has been a long time coming. It's just it's finally starting to pay off. It's been a long. We did all the things we had to do. We've been knocked down. We've been knocked out. We just keep getting up and we kept coming. It's just been a long time coming. This is just something that couldn't avoid us forever. You know, she literally as I was thinking that, she texted me. And I just looked and texted back. It's been a long time coming. And she was like, I like it. And she put the shirts together. She sent it to me. I was like, that's dope. That came out perfect. I couldn't have came much better. A world tour. It's been a long time coming because we did everything we had to do everywhere we've been. And just the one organization, they just didn't see it. They didn't see my worth. They didn't feel I deserved it. And then we go somewhere else and I get everything I was supposed to do. I get the money I needed. I get the treatment I deserve. And now I earn the title fight. So it's like, it's been a long time coming. We didn't did it. We didn't jump through the hoops. There's no more arguing anybody. It's here. It's here. We did it.
That's awesome, man. I love it. All right, let's talk about the task at hand. Vadim Nemkov, one more step to take. Reigning champ, obviously, he's proved his credentials. But, listen, he hasn't had the easiest go in this tournament either. So I wonder, kind of when you evaluate him, I mean, clearly a skilled competitor, but what do you see? I mean, do you see a guy that's right for the taking right now, or do you see the stiffest test you've had in your career? What do you see in Vadim Nemkov?
I mean, I see in Vadim, I see he does. You know, if I take a little bit of everybody I fought in my career, you can put a little bit of everything in him. You know, his kicks are great. Like he throws a head kick like OSP throws a head kick real fast. You don't see it. That's what knocked me out with OSP. You know, his hands is great like Jimmy Manuwa. He's got, he puts power on it when he sits on his shot. He has power. He throws output combos like when I fought Tom Lawler. You know, Tom Lawler, to this day, I tell people that was probably the toughest fight I had, because most guys I outpace them in the fact of not just my cardio, but I throw combos, and usually that overwhelms them. They'll throw one, I'll throw 3 or 4. And they'll throw one back, and I throw 6 or 7. As for Tom Lawler, I threw 3, he threw 4. I threw 5, he threw 6. And every time I threw a combo, I'm going to coach in the corner like, yo, coach, he's not fighting like he usually fight. Every time I throw a combo, he throw a combo back, and it's countering my combos with combos. And I feel Nemkov would do the same thing. He'll throw 1, 1, 2, and you come back with a combo, and every once in a while he'll come back with a combo and finish with that kick that you don't see. His wrestling is not like the greatest wrestling, but he has wrestling. You know, he's got submissions from the ground. He can do it all. So when you think about it, he's got like the mindset of a mixed martial artist. His style is a mixed martial artist. So the way I've been taking it all camp as we've been studying film, and Mark Henry, everybody knows he's a scientist. When he breaks something down, he's not saying like, oh, think about he's going to do this. He relays it to a fight. Like one of the things we've been working on is like, just like in the Tom Lawler fight, when he caught you with this, we switched to this. Remember, we said this in the corner and you recognized it. Remember in the OSP fight, I told you, don't go left. You went left into the head kick. But the same thing, don't go right. He throws a right hand with the right head kick right behind, so stay away. So it's like we've been using a lot of the things, like I said, we just fought so many people, the best of the best, and some people in the beginning stages of my career that do similar things to him. And it's just putting it all into one concoction right now to get the perfect recipe to go out there to handle Nemkov.
Listen, I know the goal is to walk away with the belt. It's that championship, you know, but the $1 million check that comes along with it is pretty good as well. So I'm just curious, have you started making plans for that $1 million? Are you going to buy anything crazy, some big hunting gear, or is this just for the family? Where's the $1 million going?
The $1 million go just like the rest of the fight money. It all goes to the bank, man. Before Bellator, I was working at the gyms and stuff to pay the bills. You know, I did privates and stuff every day. I taught classes every day. I stayed busy. Then when Bellator came around, I had the opportunity for sponsors and then the more money. So the same thing. The fight money always goes to a bank account back home waiting for the future endeavors. When we walk away from this, we're going to open our gym. Well, we're actually going to start that shortly after the fight. We just bought the house that we're going to move into, and it's down later on. I'm going to move the wife and family there after this fight and get her started on get the gym going while I'm still here training. She'll be back in the Midwest getting everything going because she's ran Rufus Sports. She's did Nicotone MMA. She's been the GM at both places, so she can understand that. We're going to get that ball rolling while I'm still finishing my career. So when it's all said and done, we don't sit on our hands and wonder what's next. You know what I mean? So now we have every fight check has been saved. And $1 million on top is going to make it easier to start whatever gym, whatever you want to buy, whatever you want to put. Anything that investors don't invest in, we got it. We know it's no crying over spilled milk. We got it to take care of it. So, you know, the ball is rolling. I always had a plan when I came in this game, and then everything is going like it's supposed to.
That's awesome. Exciting to hear. All right, well, listen, this will be the big moment. Like you said, long time coming. Talk to me about your vision as champion, man. I mean, obviously the goal right now is to get there, but I mean, what do you see as the career path? Is this let's go try to be a dual champion? Let's I don't know. Let's ride off into the sunset. Let's defend this thing 1 million times. I mean, what's the plan once you become champion?
I mean, we definitely want the other belt. We definitely want the heavyweight belt, especially when the champ is somebody that just beaten 51 seconds. You know, it's kind of dumb not to go up and challenge. I mean, if that's the guy just beating, not taking nothing away from Brian Bader and what he's doing at heavyweight. Like I talked to him after he won the fight. Congrats, he looked good. But when I have a win like that over somebody and you got the other belt as well, it's like, why wouldn't I come up there and take that as well? And even if he ended up losing to Chip Congo, it's like, I know I can go up there and compete. You know, I train with heavyweights every day. You know, there's nothing that's going to shock me. So I'm willing to go up there and take that belt as well. So we have to see. Like I say, right now, money isn't the motive, but everything is decided on money. If they offer me a lot more money to go up to challenge that and make it worth my while, and I end up fighting both belts back and forth, then yeah, let's do it. But if the money isn't worth it at the moment, we'll sit here and just keep defending this, finish our contract here at 205, and then we'll finish talking. Maybe, hey, let's do another contract. Let's throw some stipulations in where if we go to heavyweight, we get this, we get that, blah, blah, blase, blase. Because we're in the fight business, not the fight game.
That's amazing, man. A lot of big opportunities. Great to hear you talking about them all. First things first, though, right? We got to get this tournament victory. Got to get the belt. I guess Corey, when you see this fight play out, I mean, you described what you see in Vadim, you know, well-rounded, a lot of skill. So what kind of fight do you think we see? I mean, can you go out here and get another one of these amazing stoppages that you've been racking up? Or do you feel like this is one where you're going to have to be tested over the course of 5 rounds? I mean, what kind of fight do we see?
I mean, like I said, everybody, I haven't planned any fight to go out to get a finish. I just prepared. The way I train is I train for a high pace 5 rounds in sparring. So the thing is, it's either most guys, they either come out and coast in the beginning so they can make it 5 rounds and it gives me opportunity to land something early, or they try to come out fast and furious and they burn out early and they start making mistakes before the 5 rounds, before even the 4th round gets there, which give me the opportunity to capitalize on something that way. So with Nemkov, I know he's going to come out fast. I feel he's going to come out fast in a flurry, try to catch me early or something, or try to shock me or whatever. I don't know what he's going to do, like what his plan is with coming out fast. But I feel it could go to a 5 round like for war. You can see he keeps fighting. In 5 rounds, he doesn't stop. He keeps coming. But at the same time, I could also see as later rounds go, he's going to make a mistake, dropping that hand, bring his hand back to his waist, circle the wrong way, and come into a counter like I did with Bader. Bader just brought his punch. He kept bringing his punch back to his hips early. He was coasting. He wasn't focused yet. He was just throwing that jab out, just throwing it out to feather and feel. Feather and feel. And Mark said, you see it, you see it. I said, yes, I do. And that's just the code. Like, all right, go right away. Blast on him. And we did it. So if Nemkov give me an opportunity like that early, I'm going to blast on him early. If it doesn't happen till late, guess what? I'm ready for that. I'm going to stay focused and wait for the opportunity. And when the coaches say, you see it, you see it. I mean, it's go time. Let's go for it.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it. April 15th, Showtime, Bellator 277. Loaded card, man. I mean, absolutely loaded card. Can't miss it. Any last words for the fans out there that you want to get out there, Corey?
It's been a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. I know a lot of y'all wrote me off. You're still writing me off. But when it's all over, said and done, I don't want to hear from you. You know, no new fans. If you've been doubting me, keep doubting me. Because like I told somebody a long time ago, don't tell people about me. A robber never comes announced. He comes silent in the night when he's least expected. And this is my time, baby. We coming silent in the night when they least expected.